Good morning. Boy, do I have something to share with you today that I didn't expect. I was ready to start this video, actually 15-20 minutes ago, but I was going to start it at 5:44 and it's now 5:55. I wrote the title, Ninth Wave, The Sky is Clear, No UFOs. My little blurb is, as I gazed into the cloudless pre-dawn sky, I felt the amazing stillness. Except for a streak of light traveling from north to south, there was no movement. The presence of peace filled my heart as I reminisced about last night's all about love meeting with my friends. Folks, I have the strong sense that this game has already reached a tipping point. It's so peaceful. Did Elenin give us another download of cosmic light? I had written that and was ready to go, as I said 15-20 minutes ago, when the phone rang. Whenever the phone rings at weird times, like between midnight and 6 o'clock in the morning, inevitably it's my son. And my son has long been this bleeding heart that likes to help people out at sacrificing himself. And then he wonders why he doesn't feel love. He ended with, "I hate my life, Dad." He let a lady move in with him. The current drama is he let a lady move in with him that he was interested in. And she took up interest in one of his friends. That friend, male friend, is the son of one of my friends. And she didn't like the girl. And she kicked her son out of her own house. So now my son has two freeloaders living with him and pushing all of his buttons. And I've seen this before. It's a pattern in my son's life. And I'm not going to dwell on that. But I'm sharing it with you because of just before I'm ready to click the start button, the candle was already lit. I was all ready to go. And 2 minutes before I'm ready to start my video, the phone rings. And so it must be that I'm supposed to share this with you. I don't have the answers for my son. And I don't have the answers for a lot of people that create these dramas in their lives again and again. And my son has been doing it for years. He's this bleeding heart that when somebody's down and out, he's always there to try to help them. That's how he's lived his life. And I've watched people take advantage of him time and again. He's not alone, folks. There's lots of us that live our lives that way. Lots of humans that get involved in these dramas one way or another. They're playing one side or the other. And everything is inside of each of us. And we can find peace when we're at peace with ourselves. As I was at peace with myself and still am. I'm a little shaken now by listening to my son again say the things that he's said to me so many times. He's not even been to bed yet. I was to bed at 11:30 or somewhere around there. Woke up at 2 something, was awake for a little while. Woke up again at 3 something, was awake for a little while. Woke up a little after 4, and I did not fall back to sleep since then. I've already been in a meditation. I've already read much of my emails, not all of them. One of them suggested that Elenin did a download as it did this bypass of the alignment in our solar system between the sun and the earth. And I was feeling all that peaceful energy. But I'm reminded through my son that there's still a lot of people in this world that are not feeling the same peace that I'm feeling. They're not feeling the same love that I'm feeling. It's here for every one of us. But when we're so caught up in our dramas, we can't feel it. We can't know it. We can't experience it for ourselves. Sometimes the decisions we have to make are really tough decisions. Really tough decisions. Like the ones like I've been advising my son to make now for 2 months. The situation that he's in is an impossible situation. There's no way that those people should be living in his house and him taking responsibility, paying their way, providing them the things that they need. They're adults. They are adults. There's no reason why he should be taking care of other adults. And yet how many people are in situations just like that? Just like that. My heart breaks for people that can't get it. And it's in my life. My daughter has her issues and comes to me with her issues from time to time. And I have other friends that are in situations that they can't see that they created. Sometimes I'm really, really glad that I live alone and I'm living in a peaceful environment. People that come to my house are amazed at the energy, the loving energy that they feel here. As I gazed into 15 people's eyes, last night there were 16 of us. As I gazed into each one's eyes, the love that was just going back and forth, soul to soul, was absolutely amazing. I wish I could give that experience to everybody, but I can't. Each of us has our own experiences, and we're living our own lives. We're creating our own dramas. We're creating our own reality by how we respond or don't respond to the situations in our lives, the choices that we make. We have the opportunity in this ninth wave to change the world. And when I'm in my space, I feel that the world has already changed. I feel that the game has been won. We've reached the tipping point, as I said in the little blurb. I believe that the powers that are seeing the handwriting all over their walls. Everywhere they look, everywhere they turn, there's warrants for their arrest. There's people waking up and calling them on their BS. But there's still so many individual lives of people that are hurting and struggling and really, really having a hard time, a rough time. It's amazing to me that like my son, I want so much to be able to help, to be able to give people what they need. But you see, no one can give anyone what you need or what anybody else needs. These are gifts that we have to give to ourselves based on choices that we have to make for ourselves. That's the way it works. The ETs, the extraterrestrials, the angelic realm aren't going to save us when we don't make the right choices to save ourselves. That we don't stand up for ourselves and make the hard decisions. We're all being put into situations like that where we have to make choices that are difficult. When I left the New Way, that was a difficult decision. The subject came up again last night. I love those people. That's my family. That's my family. And I'm alienated. See, that's my drama. And I'm not going to dwell on it. That's not the point. That's not the point. But I have to stand up for myself and do what is right for me. And each of you have to do the same thing for you. You can't expect somebody else to make your choices and bail you out. It's something that only you can do for you. Because your life is the result of the choices that you've made, of the filters, the belief systems that you have. And if you're feeling like a victim, If you're feeling used and abused, as my son is, as so many are, it's because your belief is that about yourself. As my son said, I hate my life. I love my life. There's things in it that I would like to change, but I'm fully allowing and fully accepting of everything that's there, even my son, and even the situations where people call me into their problems. I can't make their decisions for them. I can only love. I can only listen. But for me, I have a place within me that is peaceful, a place within me that is loving, that people that know me and see me and hear me can recognize and feel. Yes, if I could, I'd like to give the world a new birth, a new opportunity. And I am part of doing that. I am part of that help that has been provided. I have lived my whole life for this time, for this ninth wave. And those of you that are struggling so hard, I ask you to look inside. As I said yesterday, observe what's without. See what's out there, but look within. Because what's out there and what's manifesting in your life is always the result of you, of your choices, of your beliefs about yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself. Well, when you hate your own life, are you not going to draw people into your life that make hating your life meaningful? Is that not the way that it works? Jesus wept, looking at Jerusalem. Oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, you that stone the prophets and kill everyone that I've sent to you. I would gather you like a hen gathers her chicks under her wings, but you would not. Jesus wept. When Lazarus died, and Martha said, if you had only been here, he wouldn't have died. We're all dying until we make the choice to live. And Jesus weeps again, and Ron weeps, and the angels weep. The extraterrestrials weep, because we have to make the choices, folks. We have to make the choices that will change our lives and change the world. Nobody can rescue us. I can't rescue my own son, because he has to make the choices. He has to make the choices. Rescuing is enabling. It's enabling the patterns to continue. Until the hard choices are made, there's nothing that can be done. And the irony is, I knew this lady that moved in with my son before he did. She was part of the poetry group that I was in. A beautiful soul, a beautiful poet. An amazing lady. Hurting, like so many others of my friends. And as I said, her boyfriend is the son of a lady that I love very much. And the whole situation surrounding this whole thing is insane. And I'm connected to every one of those people, separate from my son. They're all in my life, separate from my son. And I love every one of them. But they're destroying their own lives. They're making their own lives miserable. How many of you are doing that in your life? Making your own life miserable because of choices you've made? Because of choices you've refused to make? It's time to get it on, folks. It's time to wake up and smell the coffee, as they say, and that's not a favorite smell of mine. But it's time to make new decisions. There is peace to be had, but you're going to find it within you. And when you find it within you, you'll be able to see it in the world. Not that there won't be telephone calls at inappropriate times that might rattle your cage. But when there's peace inside, there's peace inside. I love you this morning, and I thank you for letting me share this crazy message with you. It's not at all where I intended to go, but obviously it was where I was supposed to go. And maybe it will help one or two other people that might be listening. Thank you, and namaste. Oh, where'd the cursor go? There it is.